Okay, we're going to review multiplying binomials. And when we multiply binomials, we can use three methods. We can use the vertical method. We can use the horizontal method. Or we can use the FOIL method, which remember stands for first, outer, inner, and last. Let's look at 8-3, and I'm going to work number 5. Number 5 says r plus 1 times r minus 2. This is a binomial, so we could use the FOIL method, which is what I'm going to choose to do. So first is r times r, which yields r squared. Outer is r times a negative 2, which gives me a negative 2r. Inner, which is 1 times r, and they are both positive, which gives me a positive r. I don't have to write that 1. The 1s are understood in algebra. And then last, a positive 1 times a negative 2 yields a negative 2. When I use the FOIL method, I'll combine the middle terms, leaving me with r squared, a negative 2r, and then I am going to give an r, which is going to give me a negative r minus 2. Remember again, I do not have to write the 1s in algebra. They are understood. Well, let's keep in mind that that was a binomial times a binomial. If you will look at 8-3 on page 19, we're going to be multiplying polynomials. And you're going to have a binomial times a trinomial. The FOIL method will not work. Okay? So let's look at number 1. We can either use the horizontal or the vertical. So first I'm going to do the vertical. And my problem is x squared minus 2x plus 1. And I'm going to multiply that by x plus 2. It's almost like multiplying a multiplication problem. Everything gets distributed. We're falling back to that distributive property. The plus or the positive 2 is going to be distributed to the 1, the negative 2x, and the x squared. So 2 times 1 would yield 2, and it's a positive 2. 2 times a negative 2x yields a negative 4x. 2 times x squared yields a positive 2x squared. This is not a negative number, so I don't have to write the positive sign there. It's understood. Now everyone has been distributed. Now it's the x term. X times 1 is a positive 1x. Now I'm not going to write it here because I want to combine like terms. So I'm putting it under here, and I'm only going to write an x because it's a 1x, and x's are understood in algebra. X times a negative 2x yields a negative 2x squared. And remember, this is positive, so I need to put my positive there. And x times an x squared yields an x cubed. Draw my line, and just like in a multiplication problem, I need to add it up. Bring down my positive 2. I have a negative 4x in the bank, and I go give them x. I'm going to have a negative 3x. Negative 2x squared and a positive 2x squared cancels each other out, leaving me with x cubed minus 3x plus 2. Now, let's look at number 2, and instead of using the vertical method, I'm going to use the horizontal method. Number 2. X plus 3 times x squared, 2x squared plus x minus 3. This time I'm going to use the horizontal method. The horizontal method says that I take the x and I distribute it, and then I add it to the 3 and I distribute, And then I just need to distribute out my x. X times 2x squared yields 2x cubed. X times x is a positive 2x. X negative 3x. 3 times 2x squared yields a plus 6x squared. 3 times x yields a plus 3x. And 3 times a negative 3 yields a negative 9. Now I need to combine like terms. There is not another 2x cubed. There is a 2x, negative 3x, cubed, excuse me, this should be squared. There's a plus 2x squared and plus 6x squared, so that's 8x squared. And then my 3's are going to cancel out, leaving me with a minus 9. So this is the horizontal, and the previous was the vertical.